I am about to try to do my warm-ups in 20 minutes, and I invite you to do them with me. I put a link here to where you can actually get these warm-ups. I'm doing my advanced version of the modulating warm-ups. I'll tell you what keys I'm going into, or I'll try to do that. And I'm wearing headphones because the last couple times that I've tried to go live, I'm trying to use rechargeable batteries, and so I think they died, or I didn't. Well, for some reason they stopped working, and so I'm going to listen at least for a little while. I can also see your comments sometimes, depending on what channel you're watching on. So if suddenly my sound goes off, like if I decided, okay, I'm going to take these off because I'm just going to talk the way I talk, and let me know if the sound goes off. Let me know if you're having fun, whatever, and hopefully I'll be able to see your comments. All right, here we go. I think I will take this off. Okay, so I start with arpeggios and I'm in the key of E flat. I'm going to modulate all the way up to E and then back down. I'm going to have to close that curtain because I can't see some of my strings back there. Okay, let's see if that makes a difference. All right, here we go. I'm in doing 2, 5, 1, which is E flat, 6, which is C minor, 2, which is F minor, 5, which is B flat. Check this out. Now I'm doing inverted arpeggios, and then I'm modulating the harp and going to the key of B flat, 2, which is C minor, 5, which is F, B flat, which is 1, G minor, which is 6, 2, C minor, 5, F, then B flat, actually B flat major 7, and then going to the next, whoops, that's out of tune, it doesn't matter, going to the key of F, everybody, 2, which is G minor, C7, 5, 1, which is F, 6, which is D minor, 2, G minor, 5, C7, F major 7. Then the next key, which is C, so this is a G7, going to D minor 7, 5, G7, 1, C major 7, 6, A minor 7, 2, D minor 7, 5, G7, C major 7. Whoa, I'm pretty high. Then I'm going to the 5. Whoa, you're way out of tune of G, which is D7. Now I'm in the key of G, and I'm doing 2, A minor 5, D7, 1, G major 7, 6, E minor 7, 2, A minor 7, 5, D7, and G. I'm trying to do the whole warm-up in 20 minutes so I can go to this thing I wanted to go to. And now I'm playing the 5, the dominant 7 of D, which is the next key in the circle of fifths. And now I'm in D, so I'm playing 2, E minor 7, 5, A7, 1, D major 7, 6, B minor 7, 2, E minor 7, 5, A7, and D. And say, I didn't want to go all the way because it's so, let's do this. And then I am playing, oh, I forgot which one I was doing. Okay, I think I'm raising but the D's are still down. Right, I got a little out of my depth here. E7, which takes us to A, the key of A, 2 B minor 7, 5 E7, 1 A minor 7, 6 F sharp minor 7, 2 B minor 7, 5 E7, 1, which is A major 7, going up to B7, which is the 5 or the dominant of E. I'm almost all in the raised key, so I do 2 of E, which is F sharp minor 7, 5 B7, 1 E major 7, 6 C sharp minor 7, 2 5 1 E major 7. Then I'm gonna lower the 7th, and that E becomes the 5 of A. And I go back in the other direction. So now I'm in the key of A, 2 5 of A, 1 of A, 6 of A, 2 of A, 5 of A, and A. Then I lower the 7th, and I have an A7, which will take me to D. Now I'm in the key of D, 2 5. You can see the pattern here. 1 6 2 5. One. That D becomes a D7 by lowering my C. Now I'm in that's the dominant of G. So 2 of G, 5 of G, 1 of G, 6 of G, 2, 5, 1 of G, 1 of G. Lower the 7th, and I have the dominant, of C. So I'm going back down the circle of fifths. So now, and anyone who just jumped in, I'm doing the advanced version of the modulating warm-ups, and you can actually get them at this little, what is it? A QR code. I'm trying to do this fast. I want to do it in 20 minutes. Or you can go to hipharp.com, buy, B-U-Y. Hip as in cool, harp as in the instrument.com/buy. Going on, what key am I in? I'm going to check it out. I'm in the key of C. So here I go. 2, 5, 1. These are the actual warm-ups that I do every day. Oh, I should take that out of the way. You can't actually see what I'm doing. You can see it underneath. Whatever. I'm going really fast. 2, 5, 1, which is C. Then I lower the 7th, and I have a C7. And I'm now in the key of F, and I go to, notice the pattern. 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. My hands are starting to feel a little more warmed up. I lower the 7th, and now I have a dominant F7. That's the dominant of B flat. So I'm going back down the circle of fifths. 2 of B flat, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. When I turn this into the dominant, it will be the dominant B flat 7 of E flat. And now I'm back at the flattest key in my harp. So I created these so that I could warm up, but also so that I could learn modulation a lot better, so that I could really get around my harp. I wrote it when I first started playing, first started playing, I wrote it when I was playing pedal harp, when I just wanted to have something fast, something that I could go around. I could, if I had only 2 minutes, I could do quick versions of these. I mean, I could only do two of the keys or something. And if I had the full 20 minutes, I could do the whole thing as I got faster and faster. And then when I switched over to lever harp, it was really helpful for me to be able to start learning how to move the levers through using these modulation warm-ups. So first, I wanted to use all the techniques that I was struggling with. And so arpeggios were the first. The second was scales. I was having trouble crossing over. So I created scales. Let me take this out of the way for a minute and I'll put it back up. I think, wait, how do I do this? Hide. All right, so now I'm doing scales. I'm going to start again in E flat. I may not be able to speak so much as I'm doing this one because scales are harder for me than arpeggios. Okay, E flat, going down to the relative minor. If this was arpeggio, it's really hard for me. So I wanted to put all the stuff that was hard, and that arpeggio is really hard for me. Okay, so it's just like. But okay, so here we do that again. E flat, down to relative minor, C, and F7, going to the key of B flat. Now B flat, relative minor, G minor, and C, which is the dominant of F. Key of F, F. My left hand got lost. F. Down to the relative minor, which happens to be the 2 of the next key, which is C. Now C. Relative minor, which is the 2 of G. So I'm raising my Fs and I'm playing the dominant of G. Then G. It's hard to see these down here. G. Down to the relative minors, which is E flat, E minor, which is the 2 of D, which means I'm playing now A7. Now I'm doing D. Relative minor, which is B minor, which is the 2 of E. So I'm raising the G so that I have a dominant. If it doesn't make sense to you, it's still just starting to make sense to me how it all works. And now I'm in the key of A. I got off, here I go, and A. Down to the relative minor, which is F sharp minor. And B7, my friend, the dominant of E. And so here we are, now we're in the sharpest key, E. Sorry, it's a different pattern to come back down. And I don't always know exactly what I'm doing harmonically wise. Now I'm in A. So each key is a little bit flatter than the other. I'm going to lower the G. Now I'm playing A7, which is the dominant D. Notice how I've done these patterns so many times that I'm not really thinking like, what is that note? I kind of just like know where I'm going. But it really helps me when I'm playing, chord charts or, trying to play jazz stuff to know what the 2-5-1s are, or what kind of get a sense of what the key is. Here we are in D. And D7. I see. So we're going down. We're in G. Going down F, and now G. You know what? I just realized something. Sometimes in this program, the host doesn't necessarily read the way that I want it to read. So it might be talking about the nightingale or something. So I apologize if it does. I'm still trying to figure out this program. So I'm going to try to get on here as much as I can to practice it and just look like whatever I look like in front of the camera, just so I can do it. Okay, so here we are. I'm in the key of C now. Flatting my B's to take me to the key of F via C7, which is its dominant. Now I'm in F. F, I'm adding the E flat, which takes me, let me see if I can do it. Brings me an F7, which brings me to B flat. Add an A flat. I'm going all the way down to the dominant of E flat. Now, if this is like, that's why I created the modulation staircase. So I created the modulation warm-ups for myself, and I actually created it for people who came to work with me who wanted to play jazz, but they didn't understand or they weren't familiar with how jazz works, which is through the movement of 2-5-1s. And so I wanted to have a set of warm-ups, first just starting with basic classical techniques to warm you up, and then later on with, jazz rhythms and different ways of improvising and stuff like that. So this is the beginning of that process. But I also realized that a lot of people who don't necessarily want to go on to jazz, or they can't play these warm-ups, they still want to learn how to modulate and get around their harps, whether they're playing pedal harp or lever harp. And so then I made the modulation staircase, which probably should be called modulation staircase starter or on ramp or something like that. I mean, I'm still figuring out the names of it, but you can get to both of them. I'm still hoping to get in within my 20 minutes here. I just want to give you the QR codes. Okay. Yeah, okay, great. So you can find these here with the sheet music, and you can also, the whole Black Friday sale, I'm putting it up at the top, where you can get all these different sheet music and classes and all the stuff that we put on sale. It's all standalone classes. It's not the full year-long academy, but all the standalone classes that we've been able to convert over out of the academy. So I think there's about 7 of them. Most of them are like 50% off. I'll come on later on to talk about more of those since the sale is only for a couple more days. But anyway, I'm going to pull off this little sheet music thing so we can go on to the final. Now, I probably won't be able to talk during this one because I am still developing this one. This is classical techniques, and you'll hear it kind of modulating all over the place, and like secondary modulations and stuff like that. It's really fun. It's great for developing lever facility. Now, there are simpler versions of it in the modulation staircase so that you can get ready for something like this. So just bear with me. I don't know that I can talk while I'm doing this. And I do want to say something else, which is one of the things I wanted to originally wrote this for pedal harp. I didn't think I could transfer it over to lever harp. finally figured out how to do it. And one of the things I love about it is that there's different lever techniques, like double levers or twisty levers that are in opposite directions, is really great for developing lever technique. And I never would have thought about trying it if I hadn't had a lesson with Maeve Gilchrist when I was trying to figure out if I could play. I went on tour with Steve Vai, this really amazing rock guitarist who had very complicated charts that had never been played on the harp. And Maeve came to give me a sort of a lesson in just in levers. And when I saw her doing all these double levers, I was like, okay, so now I might be able to transfer this modulation warm-ups for the lever harp, which was huge for me, because otherwise I was like, wow, my big warm up I can't do anymore, but now I can. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to the key of B flat. Ah, right. Okay, I'm gonna do this again. Okay, so what did I say I was in? I was in B flat. Let's try that again. I got all I was thinking, anyway, it doesn't matter what I was thinking about. Let's try it again. Now I'm in the key of F. A, D, G, taking me to C, key of C. 5 of 6. Ah. E, A, D, which is the dominant of G. D, did I say that? But anyway, G, D sharps, E minor, E7. See, I should not talk. Got it. Okay. Go. D, E, A, which is the dominant of D. Now D is as high up as I can go. So now I'm going to do another pattern to come back down. And when I say come back down, I mean, I just was adding sharps or adding, going around the circle of fifths in one direction. Now I'm going to go back in the other direction. So I'm starting on D. E7, D, B. Did I do this? I just went back and just came back up again. Well, maybe I did. No, great. Okay. Now I'm in G. and G7. I love this variation because it's so musical, you can really have fun with it. Now I'm in the key of C. D7, C, F, A, D, G, C7. Now I'm in the key of F. I'm actually modulating now. G minor, G7, C, F, B, D7, G7, C7, F7. Now I'm in the key of B flat. This is the last one I'll do. B flat. I'm sweating. Okay, I'm sweating now. No, yeah, right. No, now I lost. I forgot this one. That's the other pattern. Oh my goodness, I totally really just forgot it, what I was doing, which shows me I shouldn't talk while I'm doing this. All right, so now I'm in the key of B flat. Okay. Okay. Okay, got it. I was doing the right thing. Okay. G, C, F, and B flat, 7. Bringing me back to E flat. So, did I play it all perfectly? Absolutely not. But am I more warmed up? Yes. Will I be able to type faster? Yes. Not that that's why I do it, but those are the modulation warm-ups, and I would love to just like get in here every day and do them so that we're doing them together and so that I'm doing them instead of not doing them. And I made these warm-ups because I noticed I wasn't warming up and I would be like, well, do I play the handle harp concerto? Like, how do I play? But this doesn't move. And so I created this set of warm-ups so that it warmed up the things that I want to warm up on my body, on my hands. And right now I'm actually having some problem with my shoulder. But I notice that when I play these, it tends to help me if I play them every day. And if my shoulder starts hurting, I try to get a little bit more movement so that because I don't know, that's what I usually do whenever I have when something starts hurting, I try to get more movement in it because I think for me, mostly I feel pain when I'm kind of constricted or when I'm not moving enough. Anyway, I hope that that was fun. Oh, I want to pull it up again here so you can see. This is where you can get these warm-ups. And all my sheet music right now is at least 20% off. I think the advanced version of this is actually more than 20% off. So just check it out, go there. If you have any trouble finding it, you can always use my Ask a Question form. And that is hipharp.com. That's hip as in cool, harp as in the instrument, / ask, A-S-K. And I'm a composer, I'm a performer, and I'm also a coach and a teacher and a mentor. And, you know, I started the harp as an adult, and it's been an incredible journey for me. I wasn't one of those people who was like, I love the harp. I didn't, but I saw the incredible potential in the instrument for, well, first of all, for singing and playing, which I really loved. I saw it outside of the harp music that I knew. I saw it outside of the history or the and I saw that it was a naked piano. It was you could get your hands on it. You can do so much with a harp. You can play classical music, or you can it's got that, guitar, but more, that beautiful for Latin music. It's got so many. It's got like so many techniques, beautiful techniques that are literally right there. And the other thing that I love about the harp, and I wasn't planning to talk about this, but here I am, is that what you see is what you get. With I mean, and I love all the instruments, but often I can't see, what the person's doing. I mean, I love when I see the violinist do something and I hear that thing. Or I love when I hear, the clarinetist, like, open up, I see the physicality of what they're doing. What I love about the harp is low, middle, high. You see it. Well, there's like a lot of things I love about the harp. You see loud, you see you see that damping. On so many other instruments, you don't actually see it immediately, and for me, for some reason, being able to coordinate what I see with what I hear is just so important to me. The other thing that I really love about it is that in some ways, it's very prehistoric. I mean, just the strings. It's not, hammers that hit it mechanically. I mean, there's amazing mechanics that go into the harp, and the harp builders that we harpists get to collaborate with are amazing in how they've developed the harp over the last 30, 40, 50 years is incredible. And and it's but the and it's fingers on strings, so fundamental. It's so beautiful. So I have made a career, I of writing music and playing it either solo or with symphony orchestra, or on theater stages because I love stories with music. And one of the things I realized when I came to the harp is that there was a lot of repertoire that was missing, repertoire that would allow me to express myself in a certain way. Like when I got to a certain point of playing the harp, I was like, okay, where's the Paganini violin concerto for the harp where I get to like show off and like, really, or, and the repertoire wasn't there. And so I developed it for myself, and it gave me this huge opportunity to travel around the world, play with so many different people in so many different situations, and really get to explore the instrument and explore music and write, all this stuff. And then I realized, great, like I got to do that. So how do I give that to others? Everything that I learned and everything that I created, how do I give that to other people so that what opened up my life and opened up my hands can also open up other people's lives and other people's hands so that they have the repertoire to express themselves. So that's why I started teaching. That's why I started publishing music. And that's why I have the Hip Harp Academy and why I'm now sharing these standalone classes. So to give access, it's all there. It's all there. But getting access to it, having the patterns, knowing how it works, that's what I love to teach. And then giving the dramatic or the romantic, um, or both dramatic and romantic pieces to put them in the hands of other harpists. That is just so incredibly exciting to me. So anyway, thank you for letting me wax poetic about this. And to do my warm-ups. I don't know how long I should have actually. Oh, I can't tell how long the stream was. Well, thank you so much for being here with me. And for I know a lot of people watch these afterwards because I usually just jump on when I can, and I don't always announce that these things are going to happen. But onward and onward, and I look forward to seeing you all on or offline or in my dreams. And go forth and harp on the beautiful things in life.